Okay, Stephanie's there. Can you see me, Stephanie? Can you let me know if you can see me, Stephanie? Hi, by the way, it's nice to see you. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Are we back? Yay, I think we're back. I think you guys can see me. Okay, good. Well, hello. I don't like it when that happens, but at least we're back and I can see you and you can see me. Okay, good. Okay, good. We are back. Okay, where was I? I think we were talking about navigating these energies and how it's easier if you have Capricorn in your natal chart, so you get it. You get what these energies are all about. As much time I know. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through a couple of things so that you're aware of a couple of things. Yay. So let me show you. First of all, did you know that we now make these really fun new moon and full moon worksheets? Team SG designs the most beautiful worksheets for you, and these are free. You can go to sagegoddess.com, you can download it. It tells you everything about the full moon. Every time we have a full moon and a new moon, these were up on the website as of yesterday or day before yesterday. And so it tells you the stones, the herbs, the oils. It gives you journal questions. Then it tells you all about what happens when the moon transits Capricorn, and it gives you your additional journaling questions. So you never have to ask now with Sage Goddess, what stone should I have? Or what are some important things to be thinking about? Or what essential oils are good for this full moon? So this is always free. It's on sagegoddess.com. You can still go. Don't go now because I don't want you to leave, but before every new moon and every full moon, these are on sagegoddess.com, and it's a free gift to you. I'm a journaler. I don't know about you, but I love to, I'm a writer, I'm a journaler. I process by writing. That's just kind of how I think. So I love little kibbles and bits like this because it gives me something to think about, to meditate on. And you don't have to answer it in here. You could take these questions and answer them in your own journal. But this is just a free gift to you so that you can process. And so those are at sagegoddess.com. Now, your tools for August's full moon, which is in Aquarius, are on the website. Everything's 19% off at sagegoddess.com with code FREE19. You're getting a free Sodalite heart pendant today with any $20 purchase. Again, don't leave now, but when we're done. And one of you who gets your August full moon tools before midnight tonight is going to win this wand. This wand is Aura Black Kyanite, Opal. You see those opals? Titanium quartz, more opals appear, and Brazilian amethyst. This is a root amethyst crystal. It's all done in sterling silver with gold, pure gold overlay. Isn't it gorgeous? So you can't buy this wand, you can only win it. Someone who gets their August full moon tools before midnight tonight, I'm just going to slip this in the package. This is the ultimate clearing and transformation wand. If you're turning over a new leaf, if you're creating a new pattern or a new paradigm in your life, this is the tool. We have about a third of the kits left as of when I went live tonight, and we cannot restock them because, let me show you, the kit comes with a hand-carved garnet Merkaba, and I can't have any more of these made. So that's why I can't restock it when it sells out. I'm actually going to teach you how to meditate with a Merkaba at the August full moon. I'm going to take you on an interdimensional journey. And so this is hand carved out of garnet. It's worth almost the entire cost of the kit. It's kind of like you get your perfume and your candle and your artwork for free. And the Scarlet Moon perfume, you're going to lose your mind. It is so beautiful. And I'll tell you about the notes in that too. Scarlet Moon is Tobacco Absolute. It's pure essential oil. Tobacco Absolute, Yarrow, which is for physical healing, Valerian, which is for rest and also for anxiety, and Balsam of Peru. which is for transformation and meditation, kind of transcendental meditation. It is so beautiful. So enjoy your kit. And there's no code. If you want to save 19%, you need the code free19, but there's no code to get the wand. I'm just going to put it in the package. Free 19, because it's Independence Day weekend. Here in the United States, we've been celebrating our independence this weekend. Happy 4th of July, by the way. Me too. Annette says she would love to see more carved Merkabas in the shop. Do you know why you haven't been? Because all of my Merkabas are carved in India, and India has been shut down because of COVID since February. End of February, early March. So we're all waiting on pins and needles for India to reopen. Fortunately, those were carved before the COVID crisis, so they just had to ship them, but all of the carving has been put on hold. And we're certainly hoping and praying that that India is going to recover quickly. That's along with the rest of the world too. So yeah, Christina Cook. So that's why I was showing you this worksheet. So this worksheet, which is on sagegoddess.com, tells you specifically the crystals to be working with for tonight's full moon. I'm going to tell you something. Tonight's full moon is very masculine. It is so masculine. One of the reasons that those of us with Capricorn in our natal chart, again, if you have Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising, or Capricorn North Node, we're really masculine people at the core of it. I'm way more masculine than I am feminine. So any stones that are masculine, black tourmaline, Kambaba jasper, hematite, tree agate, all of those would be really good. Any of the agates tend to be kind of grandfather stones. The stone that all of us are working with tonight, if you got your kit, is this agate knife. And we use knives in ceremony to direct energy. So if you have your agate knife that came with your kit, we're going to do a little meditation tonight. I hope you're excited about it. Isn't it true? We're tough ladies and gentlemen, aren't we? Those of us with Capricorn. So tonight, here's the core question. In fact, I'd love for you to just close your eyes for a second while I tell you the core question for tonight. And I'm going to tell you something about Capricorn that maybe you know, maybe you don't know, as a way of beginning. So Capricorn, the symbol, the creature, right, the spirit essence of Capricorn is the sea goat. Did you know this? A lot of people think of Capricorn as the goat, right, or that must climb the mountain, and it's true. Every Capricorn wants to succeed. And it's not even a desire. It's like they have to succeed. They have to climb the mountain. They've got to go the mile. If you get in between a Capricorn and their goals, you're in trouble, because Capricorn is always going to choose their goals over their relationships. It's just part of how they work. Part of the reason that my marriage is as strong as it is, because I have a great marriage, is that we work together. Because left to my own devices, I will work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I like to work. Honestly, the work that I do doesn't really seem like a job, because I think of all of you as like extended family. And so when I'm helping you or supporting you or teaching you, it doesn't really feel like a job. So I'm very blessed. But no matter what I've done in my life for a living, I've always put myself into it, heart, mind, spirit, the whole package, right? And so I literally will. I will work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If my husband and I didn't work together, he wouldn't see me very much. Because of that Capricorn North Node, gotta succeed, gotta achieve. It's just sort of in my blood and my body. Now, I'm happy with that, and I think as long as you can accept yourself for who you are. Capricorns have an incredible work ethic, but it's because they're driven from behind to try and achieve. So I think that's the core of tonight. And if you don't have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, then you might be feeling some of that Saturnian energy. Remember that Saturn rules Capricorn, and Saturn is a very paternal planet. It's all about authority and responsibility and life lessons. And so this full moon could be feeling like pushing you to achieve, pushing you toward your goals at a time when a lot of us, and this is what's interesting about this time for me. And I told my husband this yesterday. I said, it feels so weird to go live with them tomorrow night. I mean, just keeping it real. in the middle of a pandemic, talking about success and achievement, because a lot of us are thinking about survival and health and family and, kind of more primal issues right now. A lot of us aren't focused on success and achievement. But I think here's how I might consider tonight's moon, is maybe redefining what success looks like for you. Do you know what I mean? And I will tell you, the way I'm coping with this pandemic myself is I'm trying to take a lot of the pressure off. Not putting excess pressure on myself at home, not putting excess pressure on myself at work, not putting excess pressure on myself in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, kind of letting things be a little bit. And so tonight, what I would love for you to think about under this particular full moon at this time in our planet's history, which is different, right, is could you, or do you want to, because if you do want to, it's a great evening to do it, could you redefine health, success in your health? Could you redefine success in your relationship? Could you redefine success at your job? Right? Maybe it doesn't have to look exactly like it's looked before. Maybe you could create a new paradigm. And so the reason I want to teach you about the sea goat, okay, and it's so true, right? Diane's trying to go with the flow. Rock says day to day, right? And I know, right? Is it Zydecaros? I want to pronounce that correctly. Says that's hard for caps. It really is hard. One step at a time, and remember what the sea goat represents. Okay, so in the mythology of the spirit essence associated with Capricorn, with this sea goat, you have the top half of the body is the goat, and the bottom half of the body is the fish, the fin, right? And so what we're going to do tonight in our meditation, and I hope you're excited about it, is we're going to answer this core question. Where in your life do you need to climb? Because that's what the goat does, right? The goat is climbing the mountain, that Capricorn energy. Where in your life do you need to climb? And where in your life, so that'll be this, the energy this direction, where do you need to go higher? Where do you need to push harder? Where do you need to give a better effort or a stronger effort, if you're honest with yourself, right? And then, where do you need to swim? Where do you need to float? Where do you need to create ease? Where are you working too hard? Capricorns have mastered one secret that I want to let the rest of you in on tonight, okay? Capricorns know that the secret to success is working smarter, not harder. Capricorns find ways, what we call workarounds, ways to do more with less, ways to do more work in less time, ways to accomplish more with fewer people. We're all about the process. We want to succeed, but we want to work smarter, not harder. So tonight I want you to work with the energy of this full moon, if you're open to it, especially because it's an eclipse. And what eclipses do, I don't want you to be scared of an eclipse. It's not a time to be afraid. It's not a time to resist. The reason eclipses are so important is they show you what you can't see. They show you what's hidden to you. Right now, these eclipses for this last 2 years have shown us what's been hidden in our society, in our culture. It's been surfacing between these last 2 eclipses, all of the latent racism that's still so embedded in our culture and in our country and in our world, right? All of this, if you can look at everything through an astrological lens, you see the timing, right? And so the eclipses do nothing more than go, did you see that? What about this? Oh, let's check this out, right? It's like shining the light on what's been hidden or avoided, right? Eclipses reveal what needs to be seen, right? After this weekend, the tables turn. I do believe that most of the clearing, most of the upheaval, most of the challenges that we have faced around home and institution and tough lessons, life lessons, family issues, after this weekend, it's a big pause, okay? So let's work with the energy tonight to do this work, to figure out where you need to climb Because here's what I'll tell you as a coach. You can always do better. I can always do better. You can always do better. You'll never hear me in my life say, you know what? I think I'm just perfect now. I think there's no more room for improvement. I think I've got this on lock. Like, you're just never going to hear me say that. There's 1,000 ways I could still be doing better in my life. I can do better as a parent. I can do better as a boss. I can do better as a citizen of this planet and this country. I can do better as a teacher. I can always do better. And so this weekend is about really looking within and asking yourself one last time as we complete this cycle, where do you still need to improve? And then the flip side of that question is, where can you let go a little bit? Where do you need to stop pushing? Where can you take your foot off the gas a little bit and give yourself a break? Where do you need to climb and where do you need to flow? Those are the two questions that we're going to be asking tonight, right? So great to see you guys. Yeah, I mean, and my goal is every day a little better. I'm not going to be perfect by tomorrow, right? Neither are you. But every day I'm a little bit better. Tomorrow I'll be better than I am today. So if I'm not perfect today, that's okay. I can do better tomorrow. I'm trying to teach my kids this because, kids are being hard on themselves right now too. Look at that sage. That is for you. Some beautiful white sage. You can always do better. If you were done learning, you wouldn't be here anymore. I love you guys too. Thank you for being here. It's Tammy's birthday tomorrow. Look at that. Are you ready for a gentler flow? I'm going to call that in for you. Let that be your birthday wish. Truly. To all of you who have birthdays this weekend, be honest with yourself around where you still need to get stronger and do better. And then be gentle with yourself where you're doing good enough. Where you're doing good enough. And celebrate it with yourself a little bit too. I know, Stephanie says, I don't know how to give myself a break. It's really hard. We are so hard on ourselves, and especially right now, right? So just for tonight, while I have you for the next half hour or 40 minutes, we'll probably go just 10 minutes over or so because we started, we had a little bit of a hiccup with our sound and stuff. But while I have you, if you wouldn't mind, just for the next 40 minutes, like just be here now. You know what I mean? Relax, soften in, remind yourself you have nowhere else to be right now, nothing else to be doing. Just be here in this moment. Give yourself the gift of this experience. I'm going to drum for you. We're going to move some energy tonight, which is really important. And we're going to work with these big questions around where you need to flow and where you need to grow as we close this Cancer Capricorn cycle together. Very, very happy that you're here. Look at that. We have so many birthdays. My sister's birthday was on the 3rd. My dad's birthday's on the 9th. I grew up with 2 Cancers in my household. And they grew up with 1 kick-ass Leo. I like to think I've matured over the years a little bit. So remember that eclipses are clarifying. They illuminate. The other question tonight, in addition to where do you need to climb and where do you need to flow, the other question tonight is, are you standing in your power? And if you're not standing in your power, why not? The time of being shy and I don't know and maybe I should wait and maybe I'm not ready, all of those things, that time is behind us. The time of trying to figure it out, the time of maybe I'll do it one day, the time of, oh, I'm just shy, that has to be behind you. This next level of our evolution is about you stepping forward with your spiritual gifts. And this full moon in Capricorn is going to kick your butt a little bit until you say, okay. Okay. Because here's the thing, and I've gone through this too, these moments of like, well, why me? Can't somebody else do it? Wouldn't somebody else do a better job of it? If not you, who? And if not now, when? You need to stop making excuses and make some progress here. And stop doubting yourself. I don't doubt you. I mean, I really don't. When you say, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, or I'm going to start this, or I'm going to build that, I absolutely believe that you will. It's like, okay, great. Let me see it. Go do it. Get it done, you know? And then it's like, oh, wait, I got to actually go do it. It's like, yeah, you do. Woo! Thank you for that, Sherry. My dad's turning 80 on July 9th. He looks like he's 65. I'm the very lucky recipient of some very good genes, I have to tell you. So here's our tools for tonight. Let me show you what we got cooking over here. That's next month. So this is our mantra for tonight. Don't you love the art that Gabriel made for tonight? Isn't she beautiful? Remember, tonight is the stag moon, or the buck moon, right? Tonight, and they call it that in the Farmer's Almanac because during this month, historically, is when the stags and the bucks, they're growing their antlers, right? They're getting strong. Their symbols of power are extending and growing. And so we put some antlers on her. She's pretty sexy in my opinion. And so it says, with integrity and purpose, I harness my life force, stand in my power, and author my life. The word authority comes from the Latin word with the same root as the word author. This is your book that you're writing, this life that you're living. This isn't a dress rehearsal. This isn't chapter 1. You know, there's that Buddhist saying, and in a way I love it, and in a way I hate it, but it's true. Because the Buddhist saying is, the problem is you think you have more time. We always think we have more time than we do. So get busy. And again, if you have Capricorn in your chart, I don't have to tell you that. You're already being pressured and pushed on your own. Harness perfume, which I hope you have loved. The notes in Harness perfume are tangerine, orange, bergamot, and a little bit of vetiver for super leathery dry down. Do you smell that leathery note? We wanted it to smell kind of like leather, like a harness. So it's literally like gripping your energy, but it's also about harnessing that life force and strengthening it. And then we have our candle. And then we'll be working with our agate knife in our ceremony. So if you have your tools, that's everything you need. No, interesting. There's no fennel in harness. You might be when the bergamot mixes with the vetiver. I can see where you might find a fennel note in there. Are you diffusing it? Oh, that sounds beautiful too. Yep. Responsibility and authority. I have told you this before, but I'll tell you again. Before my grandmother passed away, 30 years ago now, closing in on it anyway, 25 years, she told me that she did not regret the things that she did in her life. She regretted the things she didn't do. And I have found that to be true at the end of life, because I work with a lot of people, right? There's 1 million people in our community. And I often hear that from people at the end. I don't regret what I did, I regret what I didn't do. So that's why I'm saying, get out there and do this thing, man. No dress rehearsal. Okay, so I'm going to light my candle. I'm going to invite you to do the same as we begin to prepare for ceremony. And then we'll open our circle. I want to invite you to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. I'm going to come in with my chime for you a little bit. I found someone who's going to make those for Sage Goddess. I'm so excited with our logo on them. It's going to take a little while, but I'm working on it behind the scenes because I work with that chime every day and I love it. Isn't that beautiful? So take a nice deep cleansing breath there. Roll your shoulders back. And let us open our circle together on this beautiful full moon. Do you know that in September, it will be 9 years that I've been doing full moon ceremony with you continuously. I've never missed a full moon in 9 years. Hard to believe. Sage Goddess turns 9 on July 25th. Please save the date. We're doing live crystal bingo from my living room from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. You're going to be able to download really fun bingo cards. And then we're going to call the numbers. There's going to be prizes. So 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, July 25th is Sage Goddess's 9th anniversary, and you are cordially invited. 9 years. Hard to believe. Really, really, really can't believe it. Very proud and very, very thankful. Okay. So let's open our circle. Call your energy into present time. You can put your hands on your knees with your palms facing up to get into a nice receptive position for our energy work. And stay with that breath. Oh yeah, champagne, virtual champagne. BYO champagne. So we want to begin by calling in the guides and the guardians of the East tonight, welcoming them. Energies of air, clarity, spaciousness in your mind and in your heart. Opening up new pathways, new ways of thinking about your life, new ways of conceiving of your potential and your possibilities. Just welcoming in the guides and the guardians of the East to be present with us for our ceremony tonight with so much gratitude. And then in the South, welcoming in the guides and the guardians of the fire element, energies of transformation and courage and strength and passion and desire and everything in the South. I'm all fire. A lot of you are very fiery too. So the South is our home direction. It also governs the season of summer, which we are smack in the middle of right now. So welcoming in the guides and the guardians of the South with gratitude. And then as we walk the wheel and turn west, we welcome in the guides and the guardians of the water gateway. And this is the direction of emotional healing, of purification of the emotions, of allowing the tears to flow. This is the direction of grief as well. And it's important to acknowledge if you are going through grief of any kind right now to really allow yourself to be present to those emotions. Sometimes we try to resist grief or to, kind of put it out of our mind or pretend like it isn't happening, but grief is a teacher too. So if you're grieving a loved one, which I am, I lost a dear friend to the virus a couple of weeks ago. If you're grieving something in your life that didn't happen because of the state of our world right now, depending on where you are, just allow yourself to get in touch with those deeper emotions tonight. Let them move through. With the guardians of the West. And then in the North, calling in the guides and the guardians of the earth element for grounding, protection. Tonight's an earth element full moon, right, in Capricorn. So we're welcoming in those guides and guardians for stability, for teaching us how to move with grace through the lessons of our life, how to stay strong, how to stay present as well in the North. When you think about that buck moon, I always think of the big deer and the elk and all of the northern creatures, the slow-moving creatures in the north that teach us to slow down, take it easy, don't rush through the process, don't rush through the steps, right? Just be present as you move through the stages. We welcome in the guides and the guardians of the north with gratitude. With that, our ceremony has begun. Our circle is open. And I see you, Audrey, in your grief. Yeah. Well, and Stephanie asks, she said she's beating herself up. How does she stop that? one piece of advice, and this is what I tell my students, and I see you too, Audrey. And Michelle lost her daughter 6 months ago. Katrina also lost a friend. So just know I see you, all of you who are going through deep loss, and Annette as well. One of my mantras, and maybe it'll be helpful for you too, is just because you have a story, just because you've had an experience, doesn't mean that you are that experience. It doesn't mean that's the totality of who you are. Just because you've made a mistake in the past doesn't mean you are the mistake, right? Just because you lost someone doesn't mean that your whole life is that loss. And so it's important to sort of create a little bit of a cushion or a little bit of an ability to see that objective truth, right? You, and I know you are, Stephanie, but some of you who are here are not students, and so maybe it's helpful for you to think about the fact that just because you have an experience doesn't mean that you are that experience. And when you can recognize that and acknowledge it, that's when you stop beating yourself up. So you made a mistake, but you're not the mistake. So you had a difficult year last year. That's not your whole life, right? Forgive yourself, acknowledge, move forward. Forgive yourself, acknowledge, right? Acknowledge where you need to grow. And that's part of tonight's moon, by the way, tonight, you guys, is where do you need to do a better job? Okay, own it, but then move on, right? If you keep playing that tape over and over again, if you stay locked in that wheel, the only person who can help you is you, because it's a choice that you're making to live in that story rather than allowing yourself the freedom to move forward. And I'm promising you, and hear me again, especially if you just are joining now, after this Cancer Capricorn cycle, remember that Capricorn is the tough parent. It's the parent who's like, you didn't do good enough, and you could have tried harder, and I mean, that's Capricorn, right? We're leaving that cycle now. I mean, I have goosebumps telling you that. We are leaving that cycle now. Take a moment, close your eyes, and just to yourself, promise tonight. I'm going to do the same thing. I want you to make a promise tonight that you're not going to live and embody your story anymore. You're going to recognize it's a story and it lives over here and it's true and it happened, whatever. But you are over here. You are not the story. You are not the tape. You are not the mistake. You are not the loss. You are not it's not you, right? That's not the totality of who you are. So let's separate, acknowledge, move forward. Separate, acknowledge, move forward. Separate, acknowledge, move forward. Yeah? Then you have the freedom. And I'm going to tell you something. It's as simple as just saying, okay, after tonight, I'm not going to live in the story anymore. That's a beautiful place to begin our meditation. So let's anoint with our harness perfume. There are notes in harness for success, namely that bergamot. The bergamot represents success. The tangerine is to uplift you, and the vetiver is to ground you. So this is a perfect blend when you're feeling like you don't, again, after tonight, you might be all empowered, and then 2 weeks from now, you're like, wait, what did she say again? So this perfume can become almost like a scent reminder, a scent talisman. Go, oh yeah, I'm not the story. That is a story that happened. I acknowledge it, but I'm moving forward. That isn't the totality of who I am, right? And that's true. Why I love it. Wiley Kiley said it's the chariot, moving forward. We're not. That is one of the divine laws of the universe. If you study with me, you're going to learn the Hermetic principles because it's the foundation of my entire teaching, and it's the oldest wisdom on the planet. And one of the principles is vibration. Everything is moving. Nothing rests. That is the literal translation of that particular Hermetic principle. So you're moving. You're not at rest. Your life is moving forward. Everything has momentum, right? This even takes us into discussions of particle physics. So this isn't even metaphysical stuff. This is actual science, right? Everything is moving. Everything is in motion. Everything vibrates. And so your life is already moving on. If you're stuck, it's a decision that you're making, right? Isn't that interesting? Woo! It's good stuff tonight. Okay. So what I want us to do for our meditation, I want you to make sure that you're really relaxed, really softening again, thinking about the mantra for tonight with integrity and purpose. with integrity and purpose. I harness my life force tonight, right? Take it by the reins, that chariot. Stand in my power, author my life. Yeah. It's a Sagittarius Gemini cycle after tonight. Christine went. It's a great question. Yeah, we go Sag Gemini after tonight. Very interesting, isn't it? Okay, so if you have your agate knife, I want you to get it. If you don't have your agate knife, but you have another wand, you can use any wand to do this work. Agate's good for it because agate strengthens and agate directs energy. And the shape of a knife, which is, there's different names for this, but it's a ceremonial knife, focuses and directs energy. So first we're going to do energy skyward. So I want you to hold your knife in your dominant hand. So mine is my right hand. If you're a left-handed person, I want you to hold it in your left hand. But skyward, okay? And the first question I want you to ask in this meditation tonight is, where do you need to climb? This is your last chance in this Capricorn Cancer cycle, this eclipse cycle, to ask, to be shown. Because remember, eclipses show us what's hidden to us. What do you need to know about moving forward in your life? And absolutely, Tracy Kennedy, grab that labradorite knife and go with it, girl. Opalite's great. Selenite wand is great. Always work with what you have. So one more time, the question as we point our ceremonial knives or wands skyward, the question is, where do you need to climb? And I want you to roll your shoulders back and I want you to receive. And I'm going to drum into that question so that you can work with the vibration of that energy of that question too. And you keep your knife pointing skyward. Let's break it down like a Capricorn would. In your personal life, where do you need to climb? Where could you do better right now? In your relationship? Thank you, Trish. How could you be a better partner? A better parent? A better sister, a better brother? Where do you need to climb in your personal life? Who needs more of your time? More of your energy, more of your perspective? And this applies to you too. Are you being a good partner to you? How are you treating yourself? Are you being hard on yourself right now? Go easy, 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 easy. Talk to yourself like a friend. Right? Larissa says being more playful. With focus for Diane and understanding for Christina. And now in your professional life, where do you need to climb? Where do you have room to run? Maybe it's that project that you need to get off the ground, right? For me, it's the audio versions of my books. I need to just finish it. And I'm excited to do it, but it's just, creating the time and sitting down and doing it, right? I need to climb. No more procrastinating. That's right, Rebecca. And again, this isn't a tough judgment right now. This is just gentle. Just gentle, right? Eating better, right, Kim? Trusting your intuition for Susan. I love that. Denise said, love more, judge less. less drama at work. Yeah. I love that. Taking up more space on your Instagram channel for Janine. Get it. Do it. I told you the time of being shy or not showing up completely, that's behind you, right? Getting your website going for Jessica. Shannon's opening her business. Melissa's opening her business on Etsy. Redefining herself for Tina. Love it. Miko's getting back to work. The studios in Los Angeles. Love it. Clearing clutter. Losing weight, cutting cords, changing jobs. Can you commit to starting that tomorrow? Like if I was your coach? You've got to do it. We need you. That idea that you have, that website, that business, that book, that thing, nobody else can do it the way you can. Nobody else. Get excited. I want you to do it. Right? And now in our world, where do you need to climb? Who can you serve? How can you serve them, right? How can you be part of this shift in global consciousness? Advancing equality and health, right? Do it, do it, do it. I'm your sister over here going, do it! And try to have fun when you're doing it too. We're human. You're going to procrastinate less if you're having fun. Find your fun. Okay, that's your climb. That was the hard part, by the way, of the meditation. Now for the fun part. I want you to point your knife down. This is toward the water. Remember, it's a sea goat, has a fin. It swims. So we asked ourselves where we need to climb, where we need to work harder, where we need to be more diligent. Now let's ask ourselves where we need to flow. Where do you need to let up? Where are you pushing too hard? Where are you not giving yourself credit or a break? Where do you need to just ease up just a little bit and create more flow? Where are you pushing too hard in your life? Ready to answer that question? Woo! Carly said that was the easy part. Too much complaining for Christine? I like that. Angela's feeling at the end of her rope. So how can you make it easier, Angela? Remember, Capricorns work smarter. They don't work harder. We work smarter. 1000% Kiara, whatever you've got, I love it. Amethyst root for this work tonight. Easing up on your heart. What about expectations? Do you have crazy expectations of yourself? How about we let those go? Goals are great, but expectations set you up for failure. If you have expectations, you're not living in the moment. We have to try not to have so many expectations of ourselves and other people, especially right now. No more judgment, right? Create flow there. Pushing too hard for progress from Brittany. Trying to push a relationship, right? Not feeling good enough. Oh yeah, that's a sticky one for a lot of us. how about it, Mimi Braxton? Why don't we be nice to our bodies? Stop beating up on yourself. So let's create ease in our personal life right now. Let's manifest that. Ease with your body. What would that look like? Do you have pain? Pain in your body is a sign that you are not easing up. Letting him go, Casey. Ease in your body, ease in your mind. Oh my God, ease in the mind. Spinning thoughts, what's the future like? What's next week like? What if, what if, what if? Can we create ease there? No more overthinking. Can you commit to that? Capricorns don't waste their time with overthinking, because they've learned it doesn't do any good. Healing of your body, right? Let's create ease in the body systems. And if your fibro's acting up, because a lot of us, our autoimmune issues are flaring because we're stressed, and we're empaths, so we're picking up on everybody else's stress. Ease around the finances, right? Let go of expectations, let go of worry, let go of assumptions. Stay in a place of inquiry. Don't make assumptions, always ask. Be curious, what's that about? What's this about? Why did this happen? Instead of assuming, right? Dawn's letting go of chronic infection. I want you to take a deep breath. And on each inhale, I want you to imagine filling every cell in your body with just a little more space. Space between your cells. Space between your thoughts. Space between your emotions. Right? Ease up now. Easy, 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 easy. What's easy? You know, in our society, when people are easy, and when they take the easy way out, we criticize them, right? But they're just being smart. It should be easy. Easy, slow, spacious. Easy, 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 easy. Write the word easy on your mirror. Look at it every morning. Say it out loud. Easy, easy, easy. Thank you, C. Barajas, and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Easy, 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 easy. What if easy is good? Give yourself permission tonight to be easy. Easy, 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 easy. Everything you seek coming to you easy, easily, effortlessly. As if it's all just meant to come to you now. Already on the way. Easy, easy, easy. Don't complicate it. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Life's hard enough. You don't need to get in the middle and start playing God. Easy, easy. That's right. And I want you to visualize, close your eyes and visualize water pouring through your life. Follow that river downstream. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Easy, 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 easy. Because if you think about it, and this is a helpful example. I've been a coach and a professor and a teacher of online classes and ceremony for most of my life. And what I've noticed is this: people get all excited and they start something. Okay, they start a business, they start a website, they start writing a book, and they get a month into it, or a couple pages into it, or maybe even a year into it, and they stop. Very few people do things for more than a year. That's why I'm celebrating Sage Goddess turning 9 in a couple weeks, because most businesses don't last 9 years. And the reason is people make things harder than it needs to be. They don't approach things with a sense of ease and grace. They put all kinds of pressure on themselves. It's got to be this, and it's got to achieve this, and it's got to look like that. And then when it doesn't live up to those expectations, or they don't live up to the expectations, they stop. And then they're hard on themselves. I failed, I didn't succeed, I gave up. But if you look at it as a marathon, and you start small and you sort of pace yourself and you focus on ease, what's easy? What's the next right step? What's the next good thing? And just one step at a time. Not big expectations, not big assumptions, not big, big, big. Just slow and steady and easy. Playing to your strengths, doing what you're good at, doing what you enjoy, doing more of that, bringing more of that to the world. Then you won't set yourself up for failure. That's Capricorn doesn't climb the mountain in a day. Capricorn climbs the mountain over a lifetime. And so I don't have to reach all my goals today. I don't have any of that pressure. I don't have to. I'm okay where I am. I have goals, but I'm not trying to get there today, And then you reassess. Okay, we're in a pandemic, so what's actually possible right now? And you kind of just pace and measure and pace and measure. And that's how you win the race. If you think about mythology and the legend of the tortoise and the hare, right? That the hare thinks the tortoise is a joke. How are you going to win, right? Plodding along, taking forever. But what's the moral of the story? Take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And you don't have to achieve all your goals today. You have a whole lifetime to do that. So take the pressure off and ask yourself, what's easy? That's right. What's next? What's next? Great. What's next? Great. What's next? Great. What's next? And just keep going in that way. I'm glad you're feeling relaxed. And take another deep inhale of that perfume. That's how we start to work with scent as an amulet, so that whenever I smell that now, I'm going to remind myself, okay, easy, easy, easy. I'm making this harder than it needs to be. I'm not working smarter. I'm just working harder. I'm creating more obstacles instead of creating more solutions. Like, I need to stop that. And then just remind yourself as you go through, because you're human. And we do this to ourselves. And this full moon is a really powerful reminder. And then let the eclipse show you where you're stuck. And then own it. Yeah, I'm stuck there. All right, well, I'm going to get better. I'm going to do better. Right? I'm going to shift the paradigm. That's what tonight is all about. So let's come back to the core question for tonight. How can you stand more firmly in your power right now? Without working harder, without doing more, by, in fact, in some cases, doing less, by being more and doing less, embodying more, but expressing less, showing up in your life as a model of the energies that you want to experience. Those are the questions that we need to sit with tonight. And so, we've done the above, we've done the below. So I want to do a commitment circle with you. If you have your knife, I want you to hold it again in your dominant hand, in your writing hand. We're going to open a circle with this tonight, and we're going to make a commitment, and then we're going to close the circle. Okay, so I want you to take it around clockwise. As we open this circle tonight, we commit to ease, to power and authority, and we commit to, what else would you say? We commit to climbing where we need to climb, right? And we commit to surrendering where we need to surrender, and not making things harder than they need to be. Anything else you want to commit to? This is your commitment space. Yeah, were you really Thunder L? Isn't that interesting? Well, maybe it's time for you to reclaim that for yourself, which is powerful too, right? Less is more, right? Committing to ease. Stacy said she's going to slow down and pay more attention. Look at that, standing in power. To starting your company and not being afraid, right? To kindness and authenticity. Look, if I can do it, you can do it. When I started Sage Goddess, nobody thought it was, I mean, it seemed like the weirdest thing ever, because nobody was really doing what I do. So it looked weird, it seemed weird, it sounded weird. You know, if you're waiting for it to be easy or for people to just support you all the time, you could be waiting a really long time, right? So committing to valuing yourself, being present, not being hard on yourself, easy, 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 right? How do you eat an elephant? Karen Carly says, 1 bite at a time. I don't know that I would eat an elephant, but I take your point. Trusting your intuition, sobriety, beautiful. 1 step at a time, right? 1 step at a time. I will tell you this. If I can sit here with you tonight, having overcome a degenerative, incurable disease that robbed me of my vision 10 years ago, and going through all of the challenges that I have gone through, then you can do what you want to do too, and no excuses. Seriously. If me sitting here looks like it's all been, you know, wine and roses, it hasn't. It's been a very, very long and challenging road. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm not better than you. I'm not smarter than you. I'm not anything more than you. So I hope I'm inspiring you to just say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stop making excuses, and I'm going to trust the process, and I'm going to relax and ease up a little bit and try and enjoy it a little bit too, right? Okay. You have made a commitment tonight. I hereby hold you to your word. And now let's close that circle and let the circle contain the energy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If not you, who? If not now, when? Tomorrow? Somebody else? Why? I will always tell you this. I believe in you. I believe that anything you want to do in this life is possible. I will never tell you it's not possible. I've seen too many miracles. Your health can change, your relationship can change, your finances can change, your living situation can change, your perspective can change, your attitude can change, your health, everything can change. Completely. But you have to have faith. The only part I can't do for you is have faith for you. That's the part that you have to bring to the table. The rest of it, I can support you with. And why not? You're magnificent. There's nobody like you in the whole world. Nobody. Nobody. I'm not like you. Nobody else who's here is like you. So I can't do what you do. That's why we need you. It's really true. So let's release the guardians of the gateways. Tonight went by so fast, didn't it? It's like, is it really 7:20? Thank you, Team SG, for hanging on for a few extra minutes. Really appreciate you guys too. So bring your palms back to that receptive position as we release the guides and the guardians counterclockwise now, starting in the north. And to the guides and guardians of the northern gateway, the earth gateway, thank you for standing steady with us through this Capricorn full moon eclipse. Butt kicker it has been for some people. Like I said, I've enjoyed it, but I live in Capricorn land, so we release the guides and the guardians of the north. We thank you for your steadiness and your patience with us, for protecting us and keeping us strong. We release you with gratitude. And to the guides and the guardians of the west, thank you for helping us to move through these emotions, for the tears, for the however you've been processing your emotions tonight, because it's all perfect, whether you've cried or laughed or fallen asleep in the West. All of those are perfect ways to process big emotions. Thank you for helping us to heal one step at a time. Some of the patterns you guys are up against are old. They're generational. They're in your lineage. It might have been your grandmother or your grandfather, or who knows what you're working with. So kudos to you for breaking some of these patterns and paradigms too. It's big work. We release the guides and guardians of the west. And to the guides and the guardians of the south, we thank you for the fire, the stamina, the passion, the purpose. We thank you for transformation, helping us shift and change our approach, not playing the same tape in our head over and over again, letting southern fire energy sort of burn through those old thought patterns that aren't serving you anymore. We also thank the guides and guardians of the south for helping us burn through this Cancer Capricorn eclipse season over the last 2 years. Thankful to close that cycle, which has been a real hard one for a lot of us. We release the guides and the guardians of the south with gratitude. And to the guides and guardians of the east, the air gateway, we're going to shift and move in that direction as we start to engage more with Gemini energy, which is going to help you start to express more, ideate more, come up with new ideas, new inspiration. Remember, Gemini is just a fountain for ideas and wisdom and inspiration. So I'm really excited to welcome that energy. And then Sagittarius is all outward expression and exploration and play and enthusiasm and the quest for truth, right? So I think we're moving into an entirely different period now that you're going to find much more inspirational and nourishing for your spirit too. I really believe that. And so we give thanks and release the guides and guardians of the east with gratitude. And again, when you need a reminder, that's what your candle is for. Whenever you need a reminder, she's there. Going, you're making it hard. Easy, 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 right? Work smarter, not harder. Harder is not always better. No, and don't take that to a naughty place. And with that, our July full moon ceremony is complete. And how wonderful it was to have all of you here. Thank you for staying. We've had about 1,400 or 1,500 people with us live tonight, pretty much all the way through, which has been such a blessing. And if you're watching it later, there's the recordings are on YouTube forever. So if you watch this again or if you watch it later, just know we were holding you in the space tonight too. Really glad you were there. I transmit code. I don't know about Reiki. I'm not deliberately or specifically sending Reiki. There may be, but I transmit a lot of spirit code when I hold ceremony through my voice and through my eyes. So sometimes that's the energy you're receiving too. And people receive it differently, but and we all have spirit codes that we transmit, but that's how I share mine, is by looking at you and talking to you. So I'm really glad that you were here. All right, so I hope you enjoyed tonight. Again, this is a tool that you can work with to direct energy skyward, earthward, right? Earthbound. If you want to get your tools for next month, they are at sagegoddess.com. Those are the tools I showed you earlier. The Scarlet Moon. This is next month's Aquarian energy. Isn't she beautiful? I know my spirit is unbound and my mind can be free. I follow my true nature, giving higher wisdom the lead. And so that comes with your Merkaba, your candle, and your Scarlet Moon. Your code, if you would like it, is free19. You'll get a free little sodalite heart with your purchase too. And then one of you is going to win that wand, which is the ultimate clearing and balancing wand. So good luck, everybody. Yay, it's Larissa's birthday. Happy birthday, Larissa. It's Sylvia Peluso's birthday today. It's Naomi Shifra's birthday today. We've got quite a few beautiful goddesses with birthdays. I just want you to know we love you. You know, Cancers are the mothers of the zodiac. And I feel so held all the time by all of the beautiful Cancer men and women in our community. I'm truly grateful for you. I'm blessed to be the daughter of a Cancer father. I think Cancer men are the best dads on the planet. I just scored the dad lottery. I really did. My dad's turning 80 next week. My dad has never disappointed me in my whole life. He has never let me down. And do you know what a crazy thing that is to say at almost 47 years old? He's never let me down. So to all of you Cancers who never let us down because you're just so good, thank you for being and showing us how to embody that energy. We're super grateful to you. Right? I know. So just know if you're celebrating a birthday today or this week, we're celebrating right alongside you. All right. So tomorrow you have a break from me. Tuesday, live from my living room, it's me and my husband with our live gem sale from 3 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. Wednesday is session 1 of Soul Shift, which is my online class in spiritual transformation. It's open for registration all the time, by the way, so if you've ever like to join Soul Shift, it's never too late. And then what else do we have? Something else, and I can't even remember what it is. It's a busy week ahead, so get excited. Enjoy your break from me tomorrow, and then I'll see you Tuesday with lots of beautiful crystals and gems and all kinds of fun things live from the living room. And then, like I said, save the date. Remember, too, that we're doing the golden ticket right now. If you order anything from sagegoddess.com over the next week or two, make sure you look in the package because we're sending a ton of these out. And if you get one of these, then in your order is a gift worth up to $50. And then you're entered to win the grand prize, which is a $1,000 gift card to sagegoddess.com and a 1-hour live reading with me. So we're randomly putting these in all of the packages right now, but don't miss it. Somebody threw away their golden ticket because they didn't know what it was. So it means there's something special in your package, and it means you might win $1,000 in a reading with me. So those are the instructions. Make sure that you follow them if you get a golden ticket in your order. I get to do a reading for somebody, which I'm very excited about. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off. Good night, Team SG. Good night, everybody. Happy full moon. I personally, just so you know, I personally don't charge my crystals on the night of a full moon when there is a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse. It is up to you whether you want to do that. I just don't because the energies are kind of unpredictable, a little bit unstable. If you feel called to charge your crystals, though, follow your intuition. I think that's always the best advice in general. So enjoy. We'll see you Tuesday for the live gem sale. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Thanks.